Hi everyone, you reached Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with a quick video on Stacey Dash. Stacey Dash decided to do an interview with Dr. Oz today, kind of telling, her journey of where she started, little bit of what happened in between and where she is at now. She is 54 years old, and the reason why she said she went to Dr. Oz to tell her story is one, because he's a doctor, and she felt that he would have just a little bit more compassion, understanding, and kind of like a sense and an idea of, what she's saying and everything that she has been through. Well, a lot of us, Stacey Dash is an actress, and a lot of us came to know her from a lot of the different roles that she played in over the years. But I think one of her most famous roles that made her a household name is the movie Clueless. So when she was in that movie, and that was just a big movie, people fell in love with her. People really liked her. When she was first starting out, I'm going to say that a lot of guys dreamed of having Stacey Dash as their mate, girlfriend, friend, whatever. And there were a lot of females that kind of looked up to her and just really liked her when she first started out. Okay, she is aesthetically a beautiful woman. When you looking at physical appearances, gorgeous, and definitely in her heyday in the beginning when she first came out, just absolutely beautiful. Somewhere along the line, some things happened, and I think what surfaced to the world was a darker side, or a side of Stacey Dash that many were not used to seeing and kind of didn't understand and didn't know about. So she went on Dr. Phil to pretty much say that, she has changed. She's been through a lot, and the person that may have surfaced over the last few years prior to this last 5 years that, she says she has changed, but the person that people saw, she wants them to understand that that wasn't wholeheartedly totally her. She's also wanted to make it clear that she is not a victim, but things happen, and who she was then is not who she is now. So like I said, she's 54 years old, and in this interview she talked about her childhood and how both her parents were addicted to substances. She talked about how at some point in her childhood she was molested. She also talked about at some point, in her life, and, maybe a couple different points where, one point where she tried to take her own life, and there were other points where she really thought about it. And she talked about empty spaces inside of her, and she didn't know how to fill them. And one of her biggest secrets that she talked about was the fact that for years she was addicted to pills, okay, pain medication. And she said that addiction, she hid it very well, and it was costing her anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And so she also, in her career, I think this is the part where a lot of people started to kind of not like Stacey Dash, is she was a Trump supporter, and then in addition to that, she was a contributor to Fox News. And when she was that contributor and a supporter of Trump, she said some very controversial things. People attach racism to a tag on her. They said she was homophobic. And there's just a lot of negative things that they attach to Stacey Dash, her name, and all because of things that, yes, absolutely and wholeheartedly, she admits that she has said and done. So I come here and I bring this story up to say what? She's looking for atonement, okay? And when you think of atonement, it's like people know and understand, like, I did something wrong. I wronged people. I said things wrong. And I want to make amends. I'm sorry for the things that I said, but that is not wholeheartedly me. And she talked about her addiction. So if you ever know anyone that has or had an addiction. And I think when it comes to addiction, it's like, do you ever really recover from it? Because you still fight it every single day. So when someone has an addiction, I think you do see a darker side. And I don't necessarily believe that darker side is wholeheartedly 100% who that person is. I think the addiction turns them into something else, in someone else. That addiction makes them maybe lie, cheat, and steal. That addiction will have them doing things that maybe they would not normally do, but they're doing it so that they can get the fix for whatever they are addicted to. And I have to say this. I think the world now, we have, and I said it in some of my other videos, we adopted this whole cancel society. And the cancel society, it leaves no room for forgiveness. And my thing is, if we say to ourselves that every day we evolve, every day we grow, the more you learn, the more you grow. And you can think something 1 minute, and then you get some more education and you're like, okay, I did think that yesterday, but now that you're giving me more information, I think this way. Aren't we allowed to change our minds? Aren't we allowed to grow? Aren't we allowed to, say, okay, you know what? I made a mistake over there and at that point, but I'm sorry. I'm asking for forgiveness. Please forgive me. But this cancel society allows for no forgiveness, which is totally insane, because there's no human being that is perfect, and we all make mistakes. And it's just like, the line between you being on this side of the fence versus that side of the fence is so thin. And it's like, if you happen to fall on that side, which maybe the world considers is the wrong side, can you not ever be forgiven? And I think a part of how, like, the cancel committee just never forgives is like, Chris Brown is an example. And of course, what happened between him and Rihanna was dead wrong. But it's like, does he get a chance to grow and be forgiven? And if it were you, if it was us, wouldn't we want someone to forgive us? Now, if the person is asking for forgiveness, but they're continuing the same negative, bad behavior, that's one story. But if the person is asking for forgiveness and their behavior shows that, they changed and they truly should be given forgiveness, should we not forgive them? So the basis of her interview was interesting. I do encourage you, if you have a free moment, it wasn't that long, you should watch it. As I said, she talked about, her past. She did talk about that she has 2 children, and Dr. Oz asked her a really good question. He said to her, what if there's anyone you would want to ask for forgiveness the most? And guys, I'm paraphrasing, and she said her children. I'm sure her children, as a result of her actions, went through a lot themselves, because people are mean, period, sometimes. And could you only imagine, like, you have this mom that is famous or that is well known, and she's saying some controversial things, and imagine what they're saying, what people are saying to her children. So she said, she would ask for forgiveness from her children. And she pretty much said also that she's doing something different now. She's into interior design, and she is working with some different people, and maybe going to have some ventures with that. So Stacey Dash, 4 husbands. I believe she is still married now to the 4th one. 2 children, and one of her children, her oldest child, I think she has a son and a daughter, and the oldest, the son, the father is Christopher Williams, which is, look up Christopher Williams if you don't know. So that's his dad, and she's been through a lot. And am I making excuses because she's been through so much? No. My whole idea and thought process here is really to have a conversation on forgiveness. Why are we so harsh in the world today? It's like, the minute someone does something, it's like we don't want to open the door for forgiveness. But I assure you, if it was us in their shoes that needed forgiveness, we will want people to forgive us. So I felt for her today. I saw the pain in her eyes. I saw the tears in her eyes. I don't think it was crocodile tears. I don't think that it wasn't sincere. And I know her own community, which is the Black brown community, just doesn't want to seem to forgive her. Like, they're over her. They're over it. And I would just say this. Everybody deserves a second chance. Some people need a third and fourth chance. Some people need a fifth chance. And I think we should be open to that, depending upon the situation and what it is. It should be a case-by-case basis. So she's not making excuses for everything that she has done. She's just asking for forgiveness and saying, look, God has changed me. I'm a different person now, and I fight every day for my sobriety, and I fight every day to, continue to be this better person, but, forgive her. So anyway, guys, chat with me in a comment. Are you into forgiveness? Do you accept her atonement? Can you understand that she went through a lot in her childhood, and we're not making excuses for that? And she also mentioned that, she first tried drugs at the age of 8. That's a baby, guys. So, how do you feel about this whole situation? And I do know that the world pretty much tried to write her off. But, guys, she's still here. She's here. She's a human being. Can we forgive? Chat with me in the comments. Let me know your feelings. And when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Oh, tonight I'm doing Relationship Wednesday on Thursday night, because last night I had to watch, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I was watching the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, which I thought was going to be fire, and it wasn't bad. It was okay. But anyway, guys, see you tonight, 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Relationship Wednesdays this week on Thursdays. Talk to you soon and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.